Welcome to Wasatch Weekends for this Sunday, September 24th edition. I'm your host, Ben Roof. On today's show, we've got singer-songwriter Rob Drabkin stopping by to tell us about his viral hit on Instagram and TikTok. And then we've also got some health advice from Delta Dental to help women as they start to get a little bit older. But first, a quick local announcement. The Park Silly Sunday Market is lasting for one more day today. It's your last opportunity to get out there and enjoy some of that spectacular local food, local produce, and local artisans. And of course, we're also starting to get to the end of Oktoberfest up at Snowbird, and that's wrapping up next weekend. So there's just a short little bit of an opportunity left to get up there, check out those art installations, the Alpenhorns on Hidden Peak, the live food, or live music, I should say, and delicious food. So make sure to head out there either this weekend or next before the event's over. Now let's take a quick look at the weather for the weekend.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Welcome back. A little bit earlier this week, Gretchen had the opportunity to talk to Rob Drabkin, a singer-songwriter whose most recent hit has been all over Reels on TikTok and Instagram. Let's take a look at that conversation.
I have my friend, an amazing singer-songwriter, Rob Drabkin here. Early in the morning, you're in Aspen, right, Rob?
We are, my goodness, I'm in Meredith, Colorado.
Okay.
And it is maybe 2 hours from Aspen. I feel like it's 2 hours from everywhere. I was just like, where am I? It's on a road called Frying Pan Road, which is a beautiful,
I know where that
drive.
is. Weird,
And
but I know.
probably like, I don't know, a half mile into that road, cell phone service just goes away. So thanks Elon Musk for making this Wi-Fi connection happen today.
But Rob, it's early. Your hair looks amazing. You're ready to go. I am so proud of you. And this is Sans Coffee. You haven't even had a coffee yet, have you?
No coffee. This is straight off the pillow. This is the pillow style.
I love it. Well, Rob, I've known you forever, and it's Rob Drabkin, and you are an amazing human being, such a sweet soul. I met you in Denver years ago, and now I'm pretty stoked to say you have 1 million, is it 1 million views or listens or shares on Spotify for It's a Beautiful Day?
Oh, It's a Beautiful Day is at like 1.7 million. Not that I'm looking at the numbers.
You're
but,
creeping up there.
I think the coolest place, I mean, Spotify is so exciting and I love throwing the Spotify plug out there, but on Instagram, it has gone bananas.
Viral.
It's hundreds of millions of views have happened on this song. And, people can use the song on like TikTok and on Reels for the audio. And the chorus of It's a Beautiful Day just kind of like was a good like sticking point for people's videos on Instagram. And gosh, I think it started, there was like a maybe 6 or 7 months ago. It was at like maybe like a few hundred people had used the song. And then there was a blogger in Spain who did this crazy selfie video of him doing a zip line.
Yeah.
And he used
I've
my
seen
song.
it.
And his video went viral and people started to use it after that. So I think it's around like, I don't know, maybe 550,000 people have used it on reels, and
How does that make you feel? Because it's such a positive and beautiful, and you're such a positive, beautiful human, and you really just spark joy. That sounds so cheesy, but true. You do. You spark joy, and you bring people together through your music, and you're just inspirational and such a cool
Oh,
dude. No, you really are. And
well,
like,
thank you,
how
thank
do
you. I'm trying to channel the joy at 7:35
I
a.m.
know? I can't believe it. I feel
No
very
copy.
honored.
There's no joy without copy. Let me be very straightforward.
You know what? When I'm in Denver next, I will take you out for dinner for doing this. I got you. I got you.
Oh my goodness.
So
Amazing.
Rob, how does it make you feel that all these people are just digging your song and vibing with it? And I know I've watched a couple of people that have used the Instagram, for Insta Reels and used your song. Does it just make you feel some kind of way that it's speaking to them and it's making them feel beautiful and you're spreading that light?
Oh, what's so cool. I mean, it's what's almost excuse me. The song came out 5 years ago. That's kind of something that is really cool, is that this, I mean, I think when the song came out, it was kind of like, cool, here's like a really positive song that I think is going to resonate with people.
Right.
And to watch it kind of like slowly resonate over time, and then kind of have this moment 5 years afterwards, it's like,
So
wow,
cool.
I'm so glad we put this song out. I'm so glad we were patient with it. I'm so glad, it's kind of like this song that just doesn't give up, and it's really, really fun to watch. But I mean, as just personally, it is, I mean, it's really meaningful, especially just reading, when we get feedback from people about it. It's really, I mean, the song is really about mental health. It's about like,
Right.
being able to change like a kind of a day that's kind of a bummer, or where you're just kind of feeling, I don't know, just a little bit dull, or things are just not going your way, and just the ability to kind of flip a switch and be able to just get up and get out and kind of turn every moment into a beautiful one. That's kind of the message
I
that
love
we
it.
had in mind with the song. To see it resonate, it really just feels wonderful.
And I love that you did this. So it was 5 years ago. So it was pre-COVID even.
It was, yeah, pre-COVID, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
it's pretty beautiful, beautiful day. No, and I think that's obviously something all of us, we talk a lot here on Good Morning Vail about mental health and the struggles, and especially in ski towns. It's a big, big deal. And so I'm stoked to see all the people in Vail that are going to be using this song for all their ski and snowboarding videos this year. It's going to happen.
I love that. I love that.
Well, can we get a little bit of It's a Beautiful Day? It's so early. You don't have to, not to put you on the spot or anything.
Oh, I got my guitar ready.
Yes.
Here is the version that is, this is the no copy version.
Yes.
And let's just see how it goes. I'm gonna try and put this, let's see if this works better. Okay. It's some beautiful day. It's some beautiful day. Early this morning, woke up, holding my head, hearing my heartbeat all night long. Shades of this motel, keeping me in bed, reading the news, just trying to stay strong. I need to just get up, take a deep breath, keep it together, 'cause it's some beautiful day. Sun in my face, feeling okay, no matter get away. It's a beautiful day. I'm feeling so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful day.
Woo! That was amazing. You sound brilliant. I was getting emotional.
That was half the song. Half the song. I can go get a cup of coffee and do the second half of the song.
Oh my God, no, that was amazing, Rob. I feel like that was my own concert. I'm like, woo! You're awesome. Rob Drapkin, how can everyone go see more of you and just vibe with you? Where should they go check you out?
Oh, all the places. For music, I love, everyone uses Spotify and Apple Music these days.
Yeah.
And I learned that the easiest way to go to find my music is if you type in Rob DR into like Spotify or Apple Music, some guy with big poofy hair comes up, and that is me.
I love it. Rob
And then
Drapkin.
robdrapkin.com is the website, and
You are
all the places.
amazing. My friend, I think that we should have you right here on this couch next to me. Good morning, Vail. Want to make a trip to Vail? Let's
I
do
will
it.
never come on a trip to Vail, so sign me up.
Awesome. Well, I will keep in touch with you, Rob. You're an amazing human being. Thank you for sharing that with us this morning. And go get yourself a cup of coffee, but you did not need it for that song. You were brilliant.
Oh my gosh, bro, right back at you. Thank you so much for having me. Vail, I love you, and I'll see you soon.
We love you. We'll see you soon, Rob. Thank you so much. And
Bye-bye.
keep it right here. We have more of Good Morning Vail to come.
Welcome back to the show. A little bit earlier this week, Kimberly Perot had the opportunity to talk to a representative of Delta Dental, who's got some incredibly insightful new information about women as they start to age and a surprising piece of health advice.
Now, welcome back to the show. As humans and as women in particular, we don't talk about the changes to our health as we approach the age of 50 and beyond, specifically how that is related to menopause. Now, Delta Dental of California conducted a survey that 70% of women experience these oral symptoms that they did not have prior to the age of 50, and only 3% of them have spoken with their dental hygienist or their dental provider. Joining us today to talk all about that survey, as well as what they can do, is President of Delta Dental, Sarah Shavaria. Thanks so much for joining us today. Sarah, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, Sarah, what did your research find in correlation with women and menopause as well as their oral health?
I think the most surprising thing we found is that 84% of women are unaware of the correlation between going through premenopause or menopause and their oral health. And that's significant when you consider the statistic you shared, that 70% of us have experienced at least one oral health symptom. And so when you think about the mouth as the gateway to our bodies and our overall health, creating awareness around that becomes really important.
It really does, and those are some of the symptoms that you wouldn't think about. And the burning of the tongue and the tingling and the receding gum lines, you don't think about that being related to menopause. Now, how does menopause truly impact oral health?
Well, if you think about going through menopause, that's a hormonal change. And so lower estrogen levels means less saliva in your mouth. And so the ability to fight off small infections is impacted. The balance that we need to keep between that harmful and helpful bacteria in our mouths becomes important. And then, as you said, it presents itself in a few ways. You mentioned dry mouth, you mentioned your gums, right? Both receding gum lines and maybe bleeding gums, and even early indications of tooth decay.
Well, these symptoms definitely seem very significant. So how are women talking to their dentist? Are they talking to their dentist?
They are not. You said it. Only 2% are talking to their dentist. Only 1% are talking to that hygienist. And that's incredibly significant because you think about, we go to the dentist twice a year. We maybe go to the primary care physician once a year. So that's 2 healthcare checkpoints where we could be addressing our symptoms and really starting the conversation about the changes our bodies are experiencing as we're going through pre or menopause.
Now, I love what you do, and I love that you're president of Delta Dental and just the awareness that you as a company are creating. So what changes are you hoping to see as women really become aware of the links? You had mentioned that, the mouth is the gateway to the body. So tell us a little bit more about what you're hoping to see from that.
Well, I feel really encouraged. I think all of us at Delta Dental do. So I'll share that 77% of the women who participated in this survey said they're going to prioritize scheduling a visit with their dentist. I love that. Some of the women I've talked to today have, brought that awareness to the forefront and said the same. And look, I'm just really excited that we have this opportunity to help break down the stigma of talking about menopause. I've been personally excited over the last year to see that folks like yourselves and other places are really starting to open up some channels so we can have these conversations, share stories, and then do things like we're doing and bring some data to the forefront so we know what to look for, so we can have better conversations with the healthcare providers that we interact with about our bodies and our health.
I think what's exciting about this conversation is that our bodies are constantly changing, and I know at times people think that they're too far gone to go after and change their oral health. So what can women do to change their oral health and really improve and take as much preventative measure as possible?
Well, it's never too late, and there's some really simple things we can do. Look, drinking water is good for you overall, and it's really good for us as we go through menopause because, like I said, less saliva means hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Simply brush your teeth twice a day, floss once a day, and go see the dentist twice a year. Those are just some really simple things. And then recognize if you have some of these oral health symptoms, and if you do, have that conversation with your dentist. Maybe it's a little intimidating because the space isn't that private, but if you talk about the symptom or send an email ahead of time, it's a great way to start the conversation.
Well, to me, that sounds pretty simple. Dentist twice a year, brush twice a day, floss once a day. So nothing more than 3 times, and it's just easy to stay on top of that all. Well, Sarah, where can we go for more information?
We've put a lot of information. We know that 26% of us are looking for it online at ddins.co/healthy aging.
Wonderful. Well, Sarah, you are so pleasant and you have such a great smile. And I think you are the face and the embodiment of really taking initiative of your oral health here. So we appreciate all of the information that you've shared with us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we appreciate all that you do.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for having me and participating in the conversation.
Excellent. Well, thank you to Delta Dental as well for spearheading this conversation and for breaking down the barriers to have conversations about oral health and its relation to menopause. Now stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Well, that's all the time we have for this Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. And make sure to check us out tomorrow, where we've got some advice on how to handle your student loans. And we've also got a delicious recipe from our sister station over in Colorado. Until then, this is Wasatch Weekends. I'm your host, Ben Roof, and make sure to get out there and check out that last Park Silly Sunday Market. Have a great day.